Little is known about John F. Kennedy High School's observatory. Our goal for this documentary is to find out as much as we can about it.
First, we decided to see what the students knew about the observatory.
What do you know about the school's observatory? We have an observatory?
What is that?
Do you have one of those?
What is an observatory?
We have an observatory.
What? Observatory. It's like where you look at stars and stuff. We have one of those.
Silver dome on the school? That's what it is.
Yeah, never been there.
I didn't know we had one.
Oh, we have one of those?
It's on the roof.
That's all you know about it?
All I know about it.
I've never been in it, but I see it every day when I walk up the hill to school.
Eventually, we did find a student who knew a little bit about the observatory.
Tell us what exactly you know.
I just know that it's up on the roof. I've been up there once before. When we went up, it was kind of badly damaged in the sense that it was neglected and no one had taken care of it. So it needs like practically a new everything if someone's going to use it.
We then decided to interview 2 teachers at Kennedy, who were also former students of the school, to find out what they knew about the observatory.
I can tell you it was here when I was a student here, when Mr. Nelson was a student in here, when Ms. Wright was a student here, even when my brother was here. But like I said, we never used it. Nobody used it.
This is funny. After going to school here in the 80s, in the mid-80s, and been teaching here since '98, I have never ever gone up there. I never took an astronomy class, so I never went up there.
I have no idea actually why. I took astronomy in high school. We never went up there.
So it was shut down when you were in school?
Yeah, nobody ever used it when I was in school. I think part of it also is you might have to come at night, and they didn't want to like have kids up there at night.
What was the point of building it?
I don't know. I didn't build the school. I just attended it.
I never went up there. I always saw the dome up there, and I was like, I think my older brother went up there because he went here from '81 to '84.
Like I said, I took astronomy because I like the stars, and I thought, oh yay, we get to go up there, but we never did.
It's funny, I was talking to Mr. Cudd downstairs, and I asked him, I was like, have you ever been to the observatory? He was like, no, I don't think I can even fit up there. He's trying to be funny, obviously.
I think there, for instance, they had the solar eclipse, or when there's meteor showers going on. I think it would be great to take a group of kids up there that are taking astronomy. If they brought back astronomy, I think it would be a really cool way to, actually firsthand see the stuff. See the stars, see the Milky Way, see falling stars.
I know we were one of the only schools that had that, but I think since we do have it, I think it ought to be used. Especially since when they rebuilt the school, they kept it. Obviously they kept it for a reason. I mean, I don't, especially if there's a need, if there's a desire, if there's a demand for it, obviously. And if it's not a demand for it, if you make it available and kids find out, okay, take an astronomy class, we have an observatory, we can do whatever evening, probably do evening projects or afternoon projects. I think it would benefit our school. Obviously, I think it would add to the science department.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we got a chance to sit down with Dr. Minas, the principal, for an interview.
I do not know how many observatories we have in our school system, but I do know that Kennedy is unique in that we do have that space, so not many. I have not. I went up the ladder one time and it got a little bit too high for me, and so I came down. The observatory was never used, to my understanding, as I've done some poking around. It was finished, but there was never a telescope provided for the observatory, and so it was never used, and we found out that it does not meet the IDEA code, which allows all people access to that area. So if a teacher wanted to take a class up there, they would have to ensure that all the students could make it up there. And right now it's not a safe access point for all students. I would love to see in the future the observatory being used, but I think there are going to have to be some real serious modifications to the observatory in terms of how students access and the teachers access the observatory, and then the equipment necessary to really make it a place that will really work for our students. Well, I think it's bigger than buying the telescope, but I think that's a great start, and I would always want to empower our students to look at doing something that would benefit the school. So I'm open to the research, but I think there are a lot of different pieces besides the telescope that would have to be addressed, and one of the big pieces would be the access, and making it a safe access point for all of our kids.
Try her classroom. We talked to Miss Jennings, and she allowed us to go up to the roof to take a look at the observatory.
Who wants to climb up?
I'll go.
Go ahead. See how they use the room for storage? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead up. Because actually I'm going to come up there too.
Oh, careful.
Be careful. Don't bang your head.
Okay.
Who's going to guard the door and our stuff?
Oh, just... Oh, do you want to hand me the camera? Okay, so we're on top of the school right now. There's the observatory.
Look around.
See, it's very... This is what we had to climb up. Looking forward to this.
I'm going to talk to building services to see who has the actual key so that maybe we can go inside. Many community groups have actually asked us about using the observatory. And I will tell you that one of the reasons why it's not being used is because we don't have the equipment.
I think maybe that'd be a cool student project.
Yeah, if we like start an astronomy club, then the club would raise money so that they
and we can always loan it out to other schools and organizations.
That's a good idea.
To use, and like that we can make the money back.
That's a good idea. Alright, so we've seen it. No problem.
We went back up to the roof a second time for an interview with Miss Jennings.
It's a documentary, so maybe.
We might do some voiceover narrations.
Oh, good. Okay.
So this might be cut out by
And that's fine. That's what I was going to say, because I'm talking, you probably really don't want to hear that.
Cordelia next.
This girl's like inching her way up. Good work, Jackie Boo. We're proud of you. Crab.
Gotcha.
Okay, so back on the roof. Back on the roof again, and we're ready to interview Miss Jennings.
This is the Kennedy Observatory. As you can see, it's nicely padlocked. And right now, I only know of one person who actually has a key that can unlock the lock. Apparently, the observatory has been here since Kennedy has been here, and that's been many, many years because some of our current teachers were actually students here at Kennedy, so it's been here. In the past, we did have an astronomy class, but due to low enrollment, we no longer have the astronomy class. There has been an interest by different students to actually start an astronomy club, and they were working on trying to get the observatory up and running. Also, many groups in the community have actually called me to inquire about the use of our observatory. And of course, schools are public places, so if any outside group wanted to use the observatory, they're more than welcome to use it. However, at this time, we don't actually have a telescope that's in the observatory. However, John F. Kennedy High School does have a telescope that could be assembled and used in the observatory. The main reason why the observatory is not used is because of safety, okay? As far as safety, that there is a concern that there's not adequate fencing around the observatory, which would make it dangerous for student groups to actually come up and use the observatory. So that's part of the reason why it's not used. You know, I'd be more than welcome to support any student group, you know, that's wanting to use the observatory to get it up and running. I mean, we have the resources, you know, I think it'll be a good thing for students.
Several sources told us that Thomas Simone, a senior, would know a lot about the observatory.
Well, the observatory's been here before the school was remade, and when it was taken down, everything was taken down with it, along with the telescope and everything, but it was never properly restored, and it was just laying empty and unused. Right now I'm in need of a sponsor, so if there are any teachers out there that want to sponsor a redo, look me up. $23,000. I've been trying to get funding for us to get a brand new telescope for the school. I've tried NASA, Apple, all those big giant corporations. Oh, okay. Did you have the key to it?
No, we don't have the actual key. We were wondering if we could find somebody maybe that has a key. Do you have a key to the observatory? Would you mind coming there with us, like, after school? We went up to the roof a third time, this time with the key to the observatory, so that we could get a look inside. We're on the top of the roof, and we're about to go in the observatory for the first time. We have a guy with a key, and we're looking forward to it. Come on. Alright.
Dang it.
You having trouble?
Yeah, a little bit. This is what's the observatory.
Well, big space.
Big empty space.
Can we climb up here?
Go. This is the observatory. Now, this is where the telescope is actually supposed to go.
Wow.
But we don't have one. And then this lovely thing is supposed to turn it.
Oh, it rotates the... Ooh.
Rotate what?
Oh wait, it's not doing anything.
No, it's not. But basically, this whole thing's supposed to turn.
So you can see from any angle. Clearly this place needs a lot of work if we're going to get it into running condition. But
a lot of cleaning. Look at that.
What do you
I think that...
In the end, we learned a lot about the observatory. We believe that with enough student effort, it could be possible to raise the money to reopen the observatory and get it into working condition.